Something I've noticed going from zero to becoming a multi-millionaire is that people think very differently at different levels of success. People who are starting out have different beliefs than those who have made it. And if you want to make it in business, sports, music, politics, arts, whatever the case may be, make sure that you study these concepts that I'll be sharing in this video, because they can really catapult your success faster than you could possibly imagine. And the question that made it all possible for me was the following: if they can do it, why not me? So you can become super successful in your own field if you master these success hacks and if you implement them every day in your life. If I could go back and coach myself as a young entrepreneur 15 years ago and give myself tips that could help me accelerate my success, this is exactly what I would tell myself. Number one, expect things to be tougher than you initially thought. We all want success. If you're watching this video, you want success. It's going to be tougher than what you think, and it might take longer than you think. So you really have to be clear on what you want to achieve, and you have to be okay if it takes a bit longer than you initially thought. And that's fine. You just have to stay the course, stay focused, and keep doing the things that will lead you to success. Number two, and I love this one, expect the people around you to not understand and to not support what you do. I was very lucky because my parents were always very supportive, but some people, some of my friends, when I was growing up in high school and when I told them that I wanted to make money online and build online businesses, initially they didn't really understand. And I get it, because it was almost 20 years ago when the internet was considered much riskier than today. But beyond that, I quickly noticed that some of them were very supportive and some of them were very skeptical. And skepticism can be healthy, but it got to a point where some of them wanted me to fail. So just because you have good friends today doesn't mean that they'll be with you and supporting you through your journey, which is fine. You have to make sure that you always keep an eye out for people who are supporting you, and make sure you remember, there's a great quote that I like: make sure that you notice who is not clapping when you are winning. Watch for those who are not clapping, not celebrating your success when you win. And you will be surprised by those who actually support you. Some of the closest people in your life might not be your best supporters, which leads me to number three. Expect to see fake friends bring you down. Think of a bunch of crabs in a bucket. As soon as one of them tries to escape, another crab comes back and tries to tackle them to bring them back down so they don't escape the buckets. You will see friends like that. Maybe you grew up in a difficult neighborhood. Maybe you live in a place that's tough right now in the world, and that's fine. You have to keep an eye out and make sure that the people who are on your journey with you want to see you succeed. And you need to make sure that you keep blazing your path, keep doing what you do, keep going after success, even if some of the closest people around you do not support you. Which brings me to point number four. Make sure you appreciate and see and notice those who do support you. You'll notice two different types of people, those who support you and those who don't. You need to make sure you keep those who support you very close to you, because they are taking a risk in supporting you. Remember, their friends might be negative and skeptical of them supporting you. So make sure that you appreciate and remember who was there from the very beginning, rooting for you and cheering for you. I remember to this day, 20 years ago, who was with me, who supported me, even if they didn't do anything on a very concrete basis for my business. They didn't send me clients. They didn't buy any of my products or services. That's fine. Don't look for that. Look for people who are cheering for you and who give you positive energy. Number five, make sure that you know exactly what you want before starting anything, before putting together a social media strategy, before putting together big steps, before raising money, before telling friends around you, before doing anything. You need to make sure that you are clear on what it is you want to achieve. Let's say you want to make music. Do you want to be a DJ? Do you want to produce? Do you want to be a record label owner? Do you want to manage artists? Do you want to play in big shows? Do you want to produce future artists? What do you want to do? Do you want to travel? Do you want to make music for a particular genre that doesn't have millions of followers, but where you can go very deep and do exactly what you love? What do you want to do? So telling people I just want to make music or I want to make it in music is too broad. You have to be clear on what you want to do. And if you don't know right now, that's fine. After this video, go for a walk, change your environment for a few hours, and just write what comes to mind. What do you want to do? You need to be clear on what you want to do. If you want to start a business, what type of business? A cash cow? A brand? A business that will allow you to raise money? Do you want to start a big company? Do you want to start a small but profitable company? Is it a physical store? Is it a brick and mortar store? Are you selling products online? What margins? What types of products? Physical, digital, recurring? Again, you need clarity. So you need to take time to think about what you want to do and the path you want to take. Number 6, reach out to people who have made it before you and ask for advice. Show them that you have done your research. Research them. Research their career. People who have made it are busy. There's nothing worse than asking someone for help if you can't bring anything to the table or if you don't even know what they've done in their life. So again, people who have succeeded in their industry, we get a lot of messages. We get a lot of messages for help. We get messages from people who ask for money. We don't even look at the majority of the messages we get. So if you want to stand out when you're asking someone for help, or if you want to build a connection with someone who has made it in the industry you want to make it in, and you want to have access to the bigger brains in the industry, you need to do something different than, the hundreds of people reaching out to us. So think of what can make you stand out. Can you send them something through the mail? Can you send them something from their favorite team, their favorite football team, baseball team, hockey team? Can you invite them for dinner? Can you invite them for a digital and virtual coffee on Zoom? Can you send them a birthday gift? Can you donate to their favorite charity? You need to find something to stand out because successful people have more requests than they can handle. Simple supply and demand. And so if you want to stand out, you need to do something different than the hundreds of other people trying to reach out to them. And number 7, keep pushing when things get tough. There's nothing worse than seeing people who give up when things get tough, because you know what? People who have made it, we have had to push through. We have had to deal with shit. We've had to deal with negativity, people trying to steal our creativity, people trying to sue us. It's just what successful people go through. It's the name of the game. And so we become successful. We have become successful because we push through. You have to knock down some walls sometimes. And so if you want to be successful, you need to be ready to knock down walls, because you will have walls, you will have challenges in front of you, and you need to be ready to power through if you want to get things done. That's it for this video. Drop a comment below with your biggest takeaway. Which of these hacks are you going to take away and implement immediately? Super curious to read your comments, and I'll talk to you soon.